Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a show with you with that shirt on today.
The shirt's distracting you, huh?
It's fucking
You couldn't even form
weird.
a sentence just now.
It's weird, everybody.
This is an amazing gift that I got from Hunter. He had, I believe this is from Hunter, and he had some other.
Oh, it's Hunter Duke. It's definitely from Hunter
Yes,
Duke. I have a creep off one. It's way cooler than the WATP
I
one.
disagree, but he was wearing some other custom-made shirts when he was at Hackamania.
Okay.
And I was very excited to get this gift.
All right. Well, you look good. Let's start
Thanks,
the show.
buddy.
Attention parents, what you're about to see is not suitable for kids. Shoot, it's not even suitable for some grown-ups. You might want to walk away now if you ain't into these type of things.
I'm going to give the people what they want. Sensation, horror, shock.
I'm going to deliver the goods because I'm alive and I'm not backing down.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, creepos. Welcome to another episode of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps by creeps for you creeps. I'm your host. My name is Vinnie, and joining me as always, it's that hunk of shit, Karl.
What is happening? Vinnie Paulino. Good to see you, buddy.
Go fuck yourself,
Dude,
Karl.
happy Canada Day to you too. I'm very excited to be celebrating Canada Day and Super Chat Monday with my friend Vinnie Paulino.
Happy Super Chat Monday, everybody.
What could be a better time of the week than Mondays at 1 p.m.?
Okay.
I'm very excited.
You want me back over.
I'm very excited about today's show. We have a special guest who's going to talk to us about the results. Danny, the results girl, couldn't be here today, but stepping in is Redhead Meg. What's up, Meg?
Well, hello, Creeperinos.
Hello to you.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
Doing very well. Welcome back. So, from what I understand, we have sent you the results. You have them, and you were going to let us know who won from last week.
Now, let me just say before you do that, we're excited about these results, obviously, you can tell. But before we get into that, let me just remind everyone that the Creep Off is a contest. Every single week, Vinny and I compete to find the biggest creep in a different category, and then you go to thecreepoff.com and you vote for who brought the biggest creep. When one of us gets to 5 victories, the other person has to spin the dreaded Wheel of Consequences made by Lockie back there. So this is what we're figuring out. Vinny's up 3-2 right now, and Redhead Meg has the results from this past week. What was the category this past week, Vinny? Do you remember? It was
Ask the Results Girl.
Meg, do you remember the category from last week?
Yes, the creepy category of the week last week was creepiest plus.
Yes, plus from the LGBTQIA plus.
Yeah, we're allies here. We even know how to say it.
I see her. She's wearing her rainbow wristband. She's into the spirit. All right. Let's find out, Meg, because your internet sucks. Without further ado, what were the results of the voting? Uh-oh.
Well, when it comes to the results of the creepiest plus, Vinny, you are not the winner. Karl has 75% of the vote, tying this round of Creep Off 3-3.
Let's see that dick.
Whoa.
I didn't say anything.
What are you all upset about over there?
Tried to frame me. You're the one wearing that shirt. You're the one who wants to look at dicks.
Meg, I missed you. Brilliant job today.
Shut up.
Fantastic work.
Thank you kindly. Have a
all
great
right,
show.
Meg, we're gonna bounce because you are on quite a delay here, and it's kind of affecting everything. But we love you.
We love you. Thank you for being
We'll see
here.
you soon.
Thank you very much. All right, so we are tied up 3-3 now. What do you think about that, Vinny?
I don't feel good about it. I'm trying to change your
Yeah, let's update that score. I want people to know.
doing it.
I want people to know what the deal is.
So this week we are celebrating the founding of our country, 4th of July.
Yes.
And
forget about Canada Day. I'm already over that. It's 4th of July, Independence Day coming up, baby.
Yeah, we have a party south of the border, Canada, on July
That's right.
4th, a day that matters. So our point is every year we basically check out the armed forces, and there's one branch we have not covered yet. There's two. And today we are going to talk about Navy creeps, Carl.
That's right. The creepiest naval officer.
Yes, people who served in the Navy who are complete scumbag creeps.
Well, they could still be serving, right?
Oh, certainly.
Okay, good. Because I have a ex-review girl who sounds like a 12-year-old boy.
I was going to take her too. I was going to do Vic.
All right. I can't do Vic. I found a creepier person than Vic. Are you ready to start the contest?
Dude, ring the bell.
Very good. I want to introduce you to David Herbert. Now, before I present my creep, I do want to warn people, this one's brutal. And it pains me to have to bring this to the program. But listen, it's a tight game. It's a tight race right now, 3-3. So I decided, why not get a W this week? But if you're not a fan of people torturing animals, you might not like this one. Play my my clip number 1, the news report on this guy.
So you won last week because some lady killed a cat. So you're doubling down this week with more of this
New
shit?
developments. A Navy veteran behind bars for brutally beating his neighbor's dogs.
Oh boy. Okay, we got a dog torturer. That's not good.
Oh
boy.
no.
So David Herbert, you guys, have you heard me talk about how my neighbor's dog is out in the yard at 6 a.m. just barking and barking at everything? And I get very annoyed.
Yes, we've talked about it.
Yeah. So this guy, imagine this is like how this guy feels about his neighbor's dog, but he decides that he's going to put an end to that. And so clip number 2 is how we went about this.
A 6-month investigation landed 36-year-old David Herbert behind bars. He's accused of abusing 4 different dogs inside this same house, connected to his yard by just this fence.
I couldn't explain why he did it and why only these neighbors here, other than he didn't want pets anywhere near his house.
Since February, police say he broke into the home, poured toxic chemicals on their 2 huskies, and fed them drugs.
An unknown type of chemical was poured on them, causing them to have hair loss and skin burns.
Right on their faces, too. So this guy's breaking into the house next door to torture their dogs. He's not waiting for them to be outside and annoy them. He's just going right in there and going after him. I know, Vinny, the look on your face says it all.
I have dogs. This is really not cool.
This is really bad.
This is horrifying, Carl.
Yeah. What's the next clip called?
Batting practice.
Oh,
boy.
no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. You son of a bitch. Batting practice?
Weeks later, he got in again, beating them with a baseball bat, leaving 1 dog without an eye.
There was a bat that was located inside the residence that had what appeared to be blood. They went ahead and confirmed that was blood from one of the animals.
So, Vinny, I know what you're thinking. All right, Carl, you win this week. This is brutal. I can't get much worse than this. Oh, but it does, Vinny, because these people decide to move out. They're like, I don't like living in this neighborhood where people break into our house and torture our dogs. Let's get out of here. New neighbors come in. Now, the new neighbors also have dogs.
That family moved out, and new pet owners moved in. Shortly after, their 2 dogs were inexplicably let out of the house. 1 was returned, but 1 is still missing. Police served a search warrant at Herbert's home in June. Lab testing connected the dogs to DNA evidence found in his car.
Okay, so they did eventually catch this monster.
Okay, can I just say something here?
Yeah.
This is the real estate agent's fault for this second couple. Because
do you have any dogs? Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
You have the down payment, right?
You think you would mention it?
As long as they have the down payment.
Oh,
but dude, you know what's crazy is that this guy goes so far. Check out this next clip. He's even like setting up torture for these animals in his own backyard.
God.
His backyard set up as a danger zone for dogs.
He had some electronic equipment that would stop barking dogs that cause a high pitch in their ears, which would irritate them. Those were set up in his backyard. So he definitely had a thing against pets.
He did not like barking dogs.
That's not like that doesn't hurt the dogs. People have those. That's
Well,
basically what a dog whistle is.
According to this report, it was very painful for the dogs, and so they would stop barking because of it. Now, Vinny, the good news is this man was sentenced to 8 years and 8 months behind bars.
Okay.
The bad news is he lives in California. And this all took place in 2017. And then in 2020, this thing called the COVID pandemic happened. And look at what happens next.
Oceanside man convicted of severe animal abuse for attacking his neighbor's dogs is set for early release under a COVID-19 prison program.
News 8's David Gottfredson has confirmed details of David Herbert's release, now set for next Monday.
I'm in awe on his release. I was really surprised to get that phone call.
Michelle Plaqueta received the phone call last week that David Herbert, the man convicted of torturing dogs in her neighborhood, is set to be released early from prison.
Was that like a prison release read? Like, who read that? Who was that last person's voice?
It's a good question. I was like trying to do an impression of someone or something. That wasn't a real voice.
Oh, God.
All right. So COVID happens, and they have to make room in the prisons, Vinny, because there are, I don't know if you remember this time in our lives, but there were restaurant owners who were serving people food outdoors on the patio. So they're like, we got to make room in this prison for all of these restaurateurs who are trying to stay open and serve people food. Also, there's a guy with a boogie board in the ocean. He's got to go in prison. So this guy who tortures dogs, let him out. Let's get the real sinister people off the streets.
They were spreading the disease,
They were
Carl.
spreading the disease that killed everyone. Remember when everyone died from that disease, Vinny?
Yeah, well, a couple.
So-
we lost a couple.
So this is fucked.
One or two.
This is fucked because this guy tortures dogs, sentenced to almost 9 years in prison, doesn't even spend a year in prison, is being let out. And my clip number 7, this is just for the W.
One of the dogs, a husky, had its eye gouged out. Michelle's dog Lala was taken and never found.
Every crime that he committed, he researched it prior to doing it, and then he researched how to get away with it after committing it. So that in itself says a lot as to what kind of individual that we're dealing with.
You're telling me this motherfucker Googled how to remove a husky's eye and get away with it?
Yeah. What kind of acid do dogs disagree with? There's some weird Google searches right there.
Jesus Christ.
So that's
Carl.
my creep this week. David Herbert, creepiest Navy veteran.
Well, he was in the Navy. You didn't even go over that, did you?
Yeah, it was in my first clip.
Oh, okay. Well, Carl.
Are you trying to get off on a technicality? I don't blame you. I'd be looking for a technicality right now, too, if I were you.
I'm actually good, Carl.
All right.
Let me ask you this question. Are you comfortable?
I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Okay, good.
Don't I look pretty relaxed today? Got my
look like an
fly
asshole
threads on.
today. All right, Carl. Before I tell you my creep's name today, I want to show you a picture.
Okay.
Ladies,
He was the fifth Beatle, I believe, right?
no, Carl, he
No?
was not. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Haden Clark.
Okay.
Haden is a raging monster retard. That's the only 3 words I could use to
Those are the
describe
people
this
that we
guy.
want in our military, Vinny. That's kind of the whole point. That's who we're recruiting.
Folks, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I got a presentation ready to go on this guy
boy.
because
all right, strap in, everyone.
this guy's a fucking problem.
If you guys
from
want to
day
come
one.
back for the Carl's Cop Cam, I'll text you all when Vinny's done.
Now,
I'll put on a tweet.
he was raised in Troy, New York. He came from a very rich family. His grandfather served as the mayor of White Plains, New York. His father was a Korean War veteran with a MBA and a PhD in chemistry. And I'm telling you this for a reason. His father had a very notable career. He invented fire retardant carpeting and plastic cling wrap.
Oh, cool.
Now, he did that while working for the Reynolds Company, who owned the patents and didn't give him any bonuses or anything. They just took the.
That's how that
took
works.
it. Yeah. And because of that, he became a bitter drunk. His wife, whose
Wait, so
name,
why am I a bitter drunk then? I haven't had my patent stolen from me.
just your parents were also bitter drunks.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Just travels down the road. His wife's name was Flavia. She was a homemaker and also a bad drunk. They had 4 kids, 3 boys, and finally a girl. Haden was the 3rd child. He was born with some handicaps, Carl, so I know you could sympathize.
Oh, wait, let me guess.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
No.
No, okay.
His mother blames all of his issues on a bad forceps delivery, which she said had given him a head injury. She brought him to Yale University's Child Study Center when he was 4 years old. The doctor said he had some form of cerebral palsy and perhaps mild brain damage. His father then gave him a really cute nickname after that doctor's visit.
Yeah.
He called him the retard.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah. Now, his brain injury manifested in a lot of weird ways, Carl. For example, he could not walk on a pattern.
Retard alert! Retard alert, class!
Sorry, I got some dead air in that drop. I stumbled on you. What were you saying?
No, it's all right. He could not walk on patterned carpet, Carl.
Oh.
Like, his brain could not process it.
Oh, guy. So him in a casino would be hilarious.
He would
to
just
watch.
fall fucking down.
Okay.
And like, if you looked at your shirt, he would fall the fuck over.
Well,
So
that's retarded.
his mother didn't really take care of him with this. They ended up taping padding around his head before she would let him go out to play.
Okay.
So obviously kids made fun of him. The problem was that he handled it in very violent ways. He was a very violent child, Carl. If he was a dog, Christy Nome would have shot him herself. Okay? When he left the house, it was like the show The Wire. All the other kids at the playground were like, Haden's coming. And they'd all fucking book it. Because this kid would straight up attack, kick, punch, bite other kids on sight. On multiple occasions, Carl, as a child, he would behead the pets of the kids who made fun of them and leave them on their doorsteps.
Some Eric Cartman level shit.
We're talking
right there.
dogs. We're talking cats.
Okay.
Okay.
But the other kids were making fun of him, though?
Yes.
Okay.
He was a raging retard, though, legitimately. His 2 brothers, his older brothers, were complete garbage, too.
If I grew up in this neighborhood, I would definitely have had a headless cat.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you wouldn't have been able to get away either.
That's true.
Your sister would have been trying to pull you away in the wagon, and he would have been running after you with this fucking football helmet on.
Fuck you!
Oh, man, if he got a hold of you, you'd have been fucked. So his brothers were garbage, too. His oldest brother, Bradfield, was jailed in 1985 after murdering his coworker before slicing off her breasts and cooking them on a barbecue and eating them.
Why isn't that your creep?
Because it wasn't in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah. His other brother may or may not have molested his own children, and Haden is the worst.
Okay, if you say so.
So his mother, Flavia, really wanted a daughter, right? She had 3 boys, and if she had just waited, she would have gotten a girl. But she was a drunk. So what she did was, because she was so disappointed in Haden being born, she used to get drunk and dress him up in dresses and call him Kristen.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, sure. But he got older, and it became a little
isn't
more
that
creepy
Helga's
and pervy.
origin story too? Helga Man? I think it's something similar to that.
It's not exactly.
Not exactly. Okay.
No, well, Helga inside said she knew she was a girl. Haden was like his mom forced it on him.
I see.
And he got older and creepier and pervy. He really liked wearing women's clothes. Both of his parents caught him wearing women's underwear in his teens that they did not know where he got them. Then the police started routinely bringing him home for peeping. He was running around the neighborhood looking in windows as a kid. His father would punish him for this. Listen to this shit. His dad would get loaded and hide outside the bathroom door and wait for Haden to get out of the shower, like naked.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would jump out and beat the shit out of him with the belt. And he would yell shit at him like, how do you like getting peeped on, bitch? And he would just like beat him with the belt. But in 1964, 14 years old, he murdered his first victim.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it was a boy he claimed he blacked out because he was so angry, strangled him, and his father helped him cover it up.
That's nice of him. All right.
Agreed.
Now we got some father-son activities going on.
This was also never proven.
It's not the
We'll
Boy
explain
Scouts.
why,
but
but this
something.
is all on his word that his dad helped him. Now, in spite of all the difficulty of being an ultra-violent, ultra-horny retard, he was able to graduate high school at the age of 21, Carl.
All right. Well, at least you got there, buddy.
Yeah. And his grandfather helped pull some strings, right? And got him into the very fucking prestigious Culinary Institute of America, which he graduated from in 1974.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he was a weirdo who could not keep a job because he was obsessed with revenge. If you did anything to this guy, he fucking lost his mind and he had to get back at you. So ultimately, he was fired from 14 kitchens in 4 years.
Okay.
Some of the reasons, he got mad at a chef and urinated in vats of mashed potatoes in retaliation. And then he also did weird things. Like one place fired him because they found him in the cooler drinking beef blood.
Oh, that's frowned upon, I would imagine.
They're like, you need to leave, sir. His personal life started falling apart. His parents divorced. His father dies from cancer. He moves up where his grandparents lived in Cape Cod. He later confessed to having killed several women, burying her nude under the sand dune, first removed her hand at the wrist, and used the fingers as experimental bait for surf fishing.
How did that work?
Probably not well.
Okay.
Again, this was consistent with the Jane Doe that they found around the time, but he was never charged. They're pretty sure he was on that. This was him. So what is a lunatic going to do? He's got nothing in his life. He's miserable. It's time to join the Navy, Karl.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
This fucking lunatic.
We need rejects
was
like you.
accepted into the Navy.
Sure.
He's assigned duty as a below deck cook, and Karl, he excelled. This was the best he ever did. 5 years in, proud service, cooking for our boys and girls, women at sea.
It's actually not a bad gig.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Until they caught him wearing frilly underwear under his uniform.
Oh, is that frowned upon in the Navy?
Frowned upon.
What year was this? Is it in the 70s or 80s?
This was in the 70s.
Yeah, it's frowned upon.
Well, early 80s.
Now he'd probably get 3 medals for that. But back then,
Brigadier General.
Yes.
Haden Clark. So they also beat him up and locked him in a meat freezer for 3 hours after they caught him in the women's underwear. So the Navy is a lot of fun. Navy's fun. Those guys know how to.
Was there any beef blood in there that he could drink while he's killing the time?
But he did suffer from a concussion after that situation because they banged his head against the aircraft carrier deck while they were dragging him around.
Now, Vinny, I don't normally pay attention to what you're saying because your presentation isn't great, but I would imagine you want to get revenge on these people.
Sure.
Would be my guess at what's happening next.
Well, he's just very upset with his life, and he's discharged from the Navy because they diagnosed him a paranoid schizophrenic.
Okay.
Which was a real rubber stamp thing. They didn't know what the fuck was wrong with him. They just knew they didn't want him anymore. It's like paranoid schizophrenic. Bye.
You crazy.
Yeah. So he moves in with his creepy pedo brother and his children in Silver Springs, Maryland. In October of 1985, he confessed to killing a woman named Sarah Pryor and leaving her corpse at Wayland Field, which was a baseball park in the neighborhood. It has not been confirmed that Clark was the killer. This is another one that he, gave them all the evidence, but...
Oh, he probably just wanted attention afterwards.
Well, maybe. January 1986, he's arrested for shoplifting women's underwear. His creepy brother had to go bail him out from jail. And then in May of 1986, his brother finally had to ask him to leave the house.
Wait a second. Are you going to tell me this is Lisa Boswell? Is that what this is all going to? Because that's going to be incredible.
Not exactly.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't it be great if this was Lisa?
That'd be so fucking
And
funny.
then she was playing, then all of a sudden Haden was playing drums for any money. But his brother had to ask him to move out because he didn't like the fact that he was masturbating in front of his niece and nephew.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah. He was like, I'm the only one allowed to do that in my house. I'm the only one allowed to do creepy sex stuff to my children.
I didn't finish on them. What's the problem? Why are you getting so upset, bro?
Well, he hated his 6-year-old niece. Hated her. Mainly because she started calling him his least favorite childhood nickname, the retard.
Oh, that's fun.
So the 6-year-old is just fucking dunking on him all the time.
Thank you.
And he is really mad. His brother had told him to move out, and I got to tell you, something very unfortunate happened that day.
Okay.
The brother took the kids out and said, get all your shit, get out, be gone by the time we get back. Well, while they were gone, her little neighbor friend, a little girl named Michelle Dorr, the 6-year-old friend of the niece, came over looking for her while they were moving all the things out.
Mm-hmm.
Clark said, oh, she's upstairs. And she went up to her room. He walked out to his truck and hold on.
Oh boy. I feel like there's a reveal coming.
Yeah, he had his knife kit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his knife
he's
kit.
a chef. That's understandable.
Yeah, so he went out to his truck, got his knife kit, and then he decided to slash this little 6-year-old girl's throat.
Oh.
Then he decided to lose his virginity.
Oh, he's a virgin at this time?
Yeah. Well, who's fucking him?
I guess that's why he was
Jagging it, jack, spanking it, jacking it, spanking it, smack.
He then decided to drink some of this 6-year-old girl's blood.
Oh boy.
ate a piece of her flesh, and stuffed her into a duffel bag. He buried her in a park 12 miles away.
I heard that's great for arthritis, though. Is that true?
It is. But here's the good thing about it. Because he was a prep cook and a chef, he knew how to clean that shit up pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
No one had any idea he did this in this house.
Impressive.
No one had any fucking clue. The police blamed this little girl's father. And his life was ruined. The father of this girl.
Right, his brother.
No. This isn't the niece. This is the niece's friend.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, this is him going back to his childhood and murdering the pet of the person who made fun of him.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to I'll show her. The little friend came over, fucking slices her throat, rapes her. Oh, my God. So he's homeless now. Where does he go? Back to his mom's. And he stays with his mom till about 1988, until she confronts him about stealing items from her house. Now, he retaliates by knocking her down to the floor and kicking her in the face and in the ribs. Then she ran out of the house and tried to go get help from the neighbors. He then jumped into his, jumped into his truck, this one right here, and tried to run over his own mother with it in the front lawn of their house.
That truck sucks.
Yes, it does.
I hate that truck.
No wonder she survived. The next day, she presses charges for assault and battery. He gets 1 year probation from the Rhode Island judge. His mother writes him a letter telling him she does not love him anymore and will pretend he is dead from now on. So, he's homeless now. What does he do? Weird fact about this guy, he always had money. He had a ton of cash in the bank.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
He worked all these jobs. He had money from his grandfather dying.
He lived modestly, huh?
Yeah, he was just a crazy person, dude. He's literally a lunatic.
Right.
Now, he's completely estranged from his family. He ends up renting in a basement apartment from this very innocent family. The guy who owned this house described Haden as, quote, twisted and evil.
Yep. That's pretty good description, I would say.
And he evicted him because he was so concerned about Haden's behavior toward his oldest daughter who had just come home from college. So he ended up having to file charges against Haden, who was obsessed with revenge again after finding out that Haden booby-trapped the place before he left.
Oh, that's fun.
He rigged a 10-gallon oil can over the door so when they opened it, it would spill out all over the floor.
You're supposed to do that with water.
He sprayed black dye all over the living room floors.
Oh,
he hid rotting fish heads in the piano, chimney, and stove.
Jesus Christ!
And then he killed the family's cats, placing one in the stove and one on the welcome mat, and stole a bunch of shit.
Bitch.
So he gets charged with destruction of property. He pled guilty as part of a deal. He also was caught with an unlicensed firearm, which you don't want this fucking guy running around with a gun. No jail time served.
Really?
His year sentence was suspended, and he was assigned a probation officer in order to get psychiatric treatment. Guess what? Never got it.
No, probably wouldn't have helped anyway.
So what's he going to do now, Carl?
I don't know.
He's homeless.
Yeah.
He moves off the grid outside of Rockville, Maryland. Even though he has like $60K in his bank account at the time, he chooses to live in a tent in the woods.
Okay.
This one right here. He rides around town on a pair of rollerblades, calling himself. This is him. Here's a great picture of old Haden.
I thought we were going to go one episode without talking about the letter alphabet people.
He's rolling around town on a pair of rollerblades, and he calls himself the Rockville Rocket.
Nice.
He's a what you would call a local character.
Jesus Christ.
Now, in February 1989, he's arrested after another brilliant crime spree. Haden dressed up as a woman, which he liked to do in his personal time, and went to local churches while they were having church. It would go into the coat rooms dressed as a woman and would steal all the purses and everything that he could find in there. So he ends up getting pulled over by police. They find him once again with a gun that he shouldn't have had, women's wigs, dresses, syringes, and a bundle of cash. He pled guilty on 2 counts of theft, one over 300, one under 300. He gets 18 months for this, but the judge suspends it and says, buddy, you have some serious mental problems. You need to get yourself some help.
Okay.
And they let him walk again.
That doesn't make any sense, Rick.
He's murdered women, a child,
cats,
countless cats. And he's just living out in the woods, and he meets this woman named Penny Huntelling. And this poor lady sees him as just kind of a sad case. He's running around with a stupid jersey and helmet on and his rollerblades.
Knee pads.
Dude. So she hires him to come and do garden work and yard work at his house.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. Haden looked at her as his new mommy.
Uh-oh.
He has a new mommy.
Ruh-roh.
Haden has a new mommy. And it turns out that he didn't treat his mommy very well. He treated her like his old mommy, and he started stealing stuff from her house. She notices her pearls, underwear, and clothing started to go missing. Penny's daughter, Laura, returns home from Harvard, where she just graduated from, and he becomes very jealous of this.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, hey, dude, just stay outside of the house. We don't want you in the house, because she finds him one day in her bedroom, like with one of her dresses on, looking in the mirror.
Okay.
He's supposed to be outside doing yard work, and
Yeah.
you find this guy in your bedroom wearing a dress. You're like, okay, Haden, you're going to have to stay outside now. Then the tools in the shed and everything start disappearing.
Okay.
And she gets a little bit more upset. And he says, listen, I can't have you around here anymore, Haden. It's fucking revenge time.
Okay.
He goes to the house and he enters through a back door and uses a kitchen knife to stab the daughter to death in her bedroom while he suffocates her with a pillow.
There have been no laughs.
What do you mean?
None.
He then raped her and then put on her underwear that she was wearing. He wrapped her in a bedsheet, carried her through the woods, burying her within a half mile of the house. When moving her body, he accidentally left a bloody fingerprint on the pillowcase. Later, he goes back to the house dressed in women's clothes and a wig to make the neighbors think Laura left the house alone. A month later, authorities arrested Clark after discovering the fingerprint on one of the pillowcases. Now, according to prison authorities, he pleads guilty to this, and he gets sentenced to 30 years.
Okay.
While he's in prison, this fucking lunatic was a terror. Okay. I told you about my creep last week who was like jerking off in the showers and looking at the women.
Yeah.
He's in men's prison, and he was wouldn't shower, wouldn't clean up, would take scraps of food, stuff them in milk containers, and like leave them around his bed so it fucking stunk. He was a nightmare. But they bring in a roommate, and his roommate had long hair and a goatee and like a beard, and hadn't legitimately thought it was Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's fun.
And he was like,
Jesus Christ.
and he's like, hey, Jesus, we're roomies, pal. And he starts confessing to all these crimes.
Oh, fun.
He confesses to the murder of Michelle Dorr, the little girl. This guy who thinks is Jesus takes this to the warden.
Turns
and
out
rats
Jesus
him out.
is a rat.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought Jesus?
Dude. And the FBI starts getting involved because he was in the area. Everything's starting to line up. And they go, listen, you're in here for life, dude. You're not going anywhere, Haden. And Haden goes, all right, I'll cooperate. I'll tell you where Michelle Dorr and Laura's bodies are.
Okay.
But I'll only do it if you give me some panties I can wear and a wig.
All right, it's fair.
So they did.
Fair enough.
And then they took this guy, traipsing around in his wig, wearing his women's underwear, through the woods. Doesn't he look lovely? That's Kristen. He had a name for Kristen.
Hey, Kristen.
Her name is Kristen Bluefin. And Kristen is very flirty with all the cops. And they would all go out. And dude, the worst part about all of this roommate, the only way that Haden would agree to go find these bodies and show them where they were is if they brought the roommate with them too, Jesus. So this poor guy's got to get dragged around with this.
I just wanted to rat on my creepy roommate. I don't want to be a part of his life now.
Yeah, now he's got to fight. DeWired Christian. He looks like Tom Myers.
Oh, gosh. That's so mean. So
Yeah.
mean to say.
So, ladies and gentlemen, he ended up getting sentenced to another 30 years. On December 15th of 2000, though, he led investigators to his grandparents' former property, where they discovered a plastic bucket with more than 200 pieces of jewelry inside, including Laura Hunting's high school class ring. They do not know how many people this guy killed, but he had a lot of fucking trophies.
I see.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you go to thecreepoff.com, vote for your pal Vinnie. Let's make a game point next week. Let's make this motherfucker spin.
If you, like me, fell asleep halfway through that presentation, vote for Karl at thecreepoff.com, and we'll be talking about the results I guess not next week, although you'll probably announce the results, but
Yeah,
you're going to have a
absolutely.
guest on a week from today. Blind Mike Geary's filling in for me.
Yeah, you're going down to Florida. You're there in your mind already, aren't you, pal?
I cannot wait.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. And on Friday, I believe we're doing a special members-only bonus episode where we will be watching a little Thunder in Paradise.
Yes, after the Germany game.
And who's joining us?
I believe that Jenny Jingles will be joining us.
Yeah.
And producer Chris wants in as well.
So very cool.
Yes.
And I need to say, go ahead and thank Nick Thompson thank you for becoming a new member. For those of you who don't know, if you're watching this on the Who Are These podcast channel, great. Thank you for watching. We're happy you're here. But if you wouldn't mind, go over to the Creep Off channel and subscribe over there. And if you want to support the show and get the bonus episodes, you can become a member on that channel, or you can visit our Patreon and you get a bonus every Friday.
That is correct. And thank you very much, Nick Thompson. It is Super Chat Monday. Let's celebrate together, everyone. And Hamilton Burger with 2 Canadians says, I was going to super chat you happy Canada Day, but now get wrecked.
Oh, man.
Happy Canada Day,
That's
Hamilton.
Canadian for get fucked.
Yep.
Joseph Collins, thanks for the $1.99. New week, new creep. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hugh Essay. You're doing the Navy? I thought Pride was over.
I know. Obviously, it's not. Vinny's continuing this on.
I feel like I just redid my creepiest plus.
I know.
And hit it out of the park.
That's what it seems like.
All right. Joseph Collins, thanks for the $4.99. New week, new creep. Let's go. We're going, baby.
So nice. He said it twice.
Carl's Frosted Tips, member for 5 months. Hey, Carl, how are you, champ? Also, you think the first dog attack, they would get an alarm and lock their fucking doors? Oh, he is a Newport guy.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, someone breaks into your house and tortures your dogs, you might want to get a ring cam or something.
Agreed. Your turn.
Rick U 32 $25 says, is it too late to join in for Super Chat Monday? It is never too late until it is too late. You made it in, my friend. Thank you. Dang Lizard with €2, biggest Navy creep, and the winner is Vic. Yes, if only we knew all of the crimes that Vic has committed, but she's yet to be caught.
Wow. I am impressed with USA right now. He figured it out, Carl. Carl's bitter drunk
because Julie stole his idea. All right, that's my excuse. That I like it. Let's go with that.
When John is dead, what feud will be left? Labor Mystic, thanks for the $5. Speaking of cop cam consequence, loser has to make a 2 to 3 minute backseat cop cam freakout video, like the stone thrower last week. I'm not going to shake my titties like that in the back of a car.
I think that's a really good idea. I think we have to get arrested and throw a hissy fit. And then in 2.5 years, when the cop cam footage comes out, we can celebrate that.
That'll be a good idea, Carl. Carl's Frosted Tits. Thanks for the $2. Bob Levy says hi.
Dude, did you see on Helga's show this morning the big guests they had?
They had the Reverend.
The Reverend Bob Levy. They were getting all the big guests over there.
JJ's really killing it for those.
He is.
Dang Lizard. Vinny, please check on Jen. Too many of Carl's buddies like to choke their women. There seems to be a pattern.
Whoa. Aaron Imholt and I are not buddies. All right. I have nothing to do with that shit.
Yes, you do. Yes, you are. Weren't you guys going to go to like a Twins game
together? No. We never talked about going to a Twins game.
You were going to wear matching shirts.
I get it.
Kelly Riddle, thanks for the $2. Carl, tucked or untucked today?
Untucked, Kelly.
F sickos, agreed.
F the sickos.
Michael C, thanks for the $1.99. Carl is the creepiest C man. Also agreed.
I see what you did there.
Joseph Collins, growing up, I definitely remember Sarah Pryor. Yeah, that was a big deal. So again, vote for Vinny. Purple Monkey Dishwasher, thanks for the $4.99. You guys should get Detective Cardiff on the Creep Off. Also, hope to see you in Florida.
All right, Purple. Yeah, hit me up. And yeah, we should get Cardiff on the. He's never been on here, has he?
I know.
That's interesting.
Why?
Is it because he has a real job?
No.
No,
that's because he's a sandbagging son of a bitch. He likes to fuck with me.
Okay.
He likes to fuck with me worse than you.
I know. That's why I like that guy.
I know. We all love him. Carl.
Yes, sir.
I think it's time for a cop cam video.
Yes. Let's do that.
I can't wait to see Carl's cop cam. Fight with the cops for no reason. Will you please show me Carl's cop cam? Lose all your rights, ruin your life.
We have quite the character on today's Carl's Cop Cam, and I've been trying to change things up. I don't want every single one to be a similar DUI arrest or things like that.
Did you do the one I sent you?
I sure did, Vinny. I sure did.
I purposely stopped watching this very quickly
good.
because it was such a perfect video for this. Awesome.
All right, let's start off with clip number 1.
Okay.
Get introduced to this.
Folks, this is a fun one.
On March 21st, 2024, an officer received an alarming call from a local elementary school, reporting that a mother had forgotten to pick up her son. When the school principal called the mother in question, they heard loud music in the background, and it appeared the mother was intoxicated as she was slurring many of her words while on the phone with the principal.
Oh, boy.
What do you mean I'm suspended?
I think yeah. Oh, there's a boy. Yeah, I do have a son. Yeah. So the cop goes to the school, picks up the son. He's like, all right, I'll drive you home to your mom because she never picked him up. He was sitting there for 4 hours. And yeah, they've been trying to get a hold of the mother. Check out this next clip.
When the officer arrived, the school staff stated that they had been trying to get the mother to pick up her child for 4 hours.
Jesus.
They had attempted to call the mother over 20 times before finally contacting the local police.
They tried to call the mom over 20 times. And then finally they're just like, all right, we can't keep this kid in the school all day.
Sounds
Just
like
call the cops.
Sounds like these teachers can't take a hit.
So the police officer asked if there's any other relatives, if we could take this kid to someone else. There's no record in the school that this kid has any relatives in the area. So he has no other choice. He's got to drive him back home. And this is where we meet mom.
Oh boy, strap in.
Hey, Joy.
Hi there.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
You're okay.
You have a son named Jackson or Colton? Yeah. Do you have a son named Jackson? I do. Okay. Is someone supposed to pick him up from school today? Okay. Who's supposed to pick him up from school?
She doesn't know time right now.
Okay.
She doesn't
Oh boy. Oh boy. This kid's been through this before.
Oh, officer, she doesn't know what time is right now.
He recognizes this version of mom right here. Oh boy.
Fucking Wired Christian just nailed it. It's Kyle's mom.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a little bit of this going on.
What a cute kid.
What?
What a cute little childlike explanation. She doesn't understand time.
Is ma'am, have you been drinking?
That wine all over her face, I can't tell.
No. Nothing? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Okay, even though I could smell it on you. Is there another adult here in this house? Are you kidding me? Ma'am, I wouldn't be asking these questions if I was kidding.
So I loved her in that movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I thought she was very good in that, but the career has definitely gone downhill. If you're just listening to this woman has the craziest hair I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's 2 different colors, red in the front. It's sticking up and out everywhere. She literally looks like she's wearing a clown wig.
Yeah, this is like if you go into a salon and you show them a picture of Bozo the Clown.
Yes.
This is what you walk out with.
Yes. They're like, I don't know if you're joking or not, but we're doing this since you mentioned it. So on top of that, she's a big woman. She's lost her voice and she's wearing a gross lay around the house t-shirt that is wet all over it. Like she's been missing her mouth. Like, you know, the old drinking problem joke from Airplane, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's going on.
Wow.
You
know what? Kelly Riddle, you nailed it, buddy. She is proof guys will fuck anything.
Right. The fact that she has children is scary to me.
And the name of today's episode, Slushy the Clown.
Slushy the Clown. Perfect. Yes.
Thank you, Chris Tuthill.
I love that they go, have you been drinking? She's like, how'd you come up with that? What do you mean? What? All right. So now she thinks in her very wet brain that maybe now is a good time to escape since the police are here at my house. So watch her try to escape from the police.
The problem is when you're escaping from your house, you're really fleeing from home base.
Yes.
You're going out into the wild.
Yeah, I don't know where you think you're going to go.
You better bet just go try to hide under your bed, lady.
I've been here before for this exact same issue.
No.
Yes, I have.
And no, I have
Whoa, no. You're not getting in the car until we do some field sobriety tests, okay?
Grab the bike. Go.
no.
Okay. Hey. Stop walking around.
This woman owns a house. How amazing is America?
It's an amazing country.
It's an amazing country. This woman is a pile of garbage. She has 2 kids and lives in a house for some reason. What the fuck? She's just been drinking all day is what she does?
Hey, listen, guys. This is serious. Dang lizard. Oh, I'm sorry. One in the chat, if you hate SJ, it would do Slushy the Clown.
No. It can't be an and. Can't be an and.
No, I want to weed these people out. That would do Slushy the Clown.
All right, so the escape obviously didn't work, as you could tell.
Yeah, it was
she just
a
kind of
very
walked out.
slow chase.
Yeah, she walked out of her garage, and the police were able to keep up with her. Go figure. So now it's arrest time, and what do you think happens when the cuffs come out, Vinnie? You guessed it, resisting. Everyone loves resisting.
One of my favorite things.
Stop. You're intoxicated. You're in control of the child. And there's nobody else here. Okay, stop.
Hey, listen.
Stop. Sit down. Just sit down in the chair. Sit down in the chair. Sit down in the chair. Give me your hand. Give me your other hand now. Yep. Don't pull away from me. You'll be in a lot of trouble. Stop. Hand behind your back right now. Get your other hand behind your back right now. Put your hand behind your back right now. Put your hand behind your back right now.
Her son is watching this crying, and she's still resisting arrest. Like, just try to be easy with the police officer.
Don't worry, Mommy's coming.
Oh, God, this is horrific. And, Vinnie, I don't know if you got this far in the video. I was actually surprised you sent this to me because you hate this the most.
I want you to know something that I just noticed. That shirt, we got a closer inspection of that shirt.
Mhm.
That thing's a fucking science project.
You think it's got some chemicals on it?
Chemicals? Fucking organic material.
So apparently this is not the first time this woman has been arrested for neglecting her child.
Oh, God.
And this is the second time I've dealt with you in this condition.
How dare you? You got a 5-year-old kid crying because you don't know how to take care of yourself. That's embarrassing.
This is funny right here.
Yes. Are you serious? That's the question. Are you serious?
Watch her get thrown into the cop car.
Yes, you're gonna have a seat. We're not gonna play these games.
Fuck in that car! Fuck in there!
Look at that. Oh my gosh. This person's a cartoon. Like a really evil, disgusting cartoon.
You know what she looks like there? Did you ever see the Dick's Fat Watch logo?
Yes.
Yeah, she looks like the Fat Watch logo.
That's not a good thing. You don't want to
not.
look like that. All right. So let's talk about
good point, Troy. Still a better parent than SJ.
Yes. Agreed. And probably a better daughter to her parents.
Not a better drinker, though. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Not a better drinker.
Yeah, this woman couldn't do a live stream.
So she's still trying to convince the police that she's not wasted. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
We're going to go to jail for child neglect with me today. Okay?
Why?
Because your current condition, you're intoxicated.
I'm not.
Now, you can say that all you want, but
I'm not intoxicated.
no. My car reeks of alcohol and you're inside my car.
Absolutely not. I can blow.
Okay. So she offers to blow into a breathalyzer to prove.
I would have been like, you just stop right there. The second the word blow came out of her mouth.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
let's
I don't know what
stop
kind of offer you're trying to make, but the answer is no, ma'am. No, thank you. So she says she's going to blow. And so they grab the breathalyzer test. They bring it over to her. And she wants to start negotiating terms immediately.
I'll give you a little nip off my flask.
Right,
This ever happened.
Now, they always want the handcuffs taken off. I get to break it to you guys. Once the handcuffs come on, it's up to their discretion of when the handcuffs come off. It's not from you asking.
Yeah, and I'm surprised he was able to get them on. Usually when women like this size or people this size, it's the double cuff. They got to put the one on one wrist, and then they got to clip them together.
Get me out of these handcuffs.
No, you tried to get in your car earlier and drive off, and that's not. No, we can't do that. And then instead of listening to me, you tried to get away from me, and that's not okay.
No, you're being very offensive.
Okay.
Yeah, you're being offensive.
Okay.
Don't be.
I'm not trying to be offensive, and I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just giving you the facts, ma'am. Everything
No,
that I've ever
you're
said.
not.
Okay.
My child was at school 11 minutes later. No,
All right.
I'm not.
Not gonna blow now. Matt.
Yeah.
No.
Changed her mind pretty quick on that one. She said she was going to. Now she's not going to, I
What
guess.
does that fucking T-shirt say?
Oh, what does that say?
We can.
You can do
hard things.
Oh, you can do hard things.
Huh.
Like, wait, you mean like liquor? Like hard liquor?
Yeah, I think that's what she thought.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do hard things all day if you want.
Have you seen my hard liquor shirt?
All right. So
I can't find it.
now they call DHS, the Department of Human Services.
She should be singing for the Pixies with this voice.
No.
By the way.
Yes. They call DHS, and she actually decides to fess up to this social worker who comes down.
A children's caseworker arrived to get to the bottom of the situation and hear the mother's side of the story. The mother would admit to drinking an entire bottle of vodka just after dropping her kids off at school in the morning.
Now, an entire bottle of vodka. They never do explain. Vodka comes in many different size bottles, but I would guess at least a liter based on how she's behaving.
What do you think was gotten to the bottom of first? This case or that bottle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she chugged that down very quickly. Could you imagine? You're like, oh my gosh, I don't have the kids for the next 6 hours. This is awesome. I'm just gonna fucking party.
You a vodka guy, Carl?
I am. Yeah, I like.
What do you like?
I like chick drinks, vodka and club soda.
Well, no, I'm just like, is there a brand of vodka?
Oh no, I don't give a shit. I don't think vodka has a flavor, so I just go well.
You know what? I'm gonna give a free plug. I tasted a new one.
Okay,
it's my new go-to. Haiku Japanese vodka.
Really?
Fucking delightful.
What's good about it?
No like burn, like no real burn after it. It just tastes really good. It's
Okay.
like it's about as close to water. Like they always say you could get that watery type stuff. This is legit. It's very good.
What about Bert Kreischer's vodka? Have you had that one?
Oh, I'd rather drink this woman's urine after she drank a bottle of vodka than anything Bert Kreischer bottle.
I think that's how they're going to market it, actually.
Yeah.
Funny you say that.
Great.
All right, so guess whose fault this is?
I'd rather you could serve it out of Christina P's asshole and I'll fucking drink it before I drink their vodka.
Guess whose fault this is, Vinny, that this is all happening?
Not hers.
Definitely not.
Okay.
It's not okay. She's the one that did this.
No, she didn't.
Yes!
You did this.
The school called us. She did not call us. I had to go over there and ask her for help. She did not call.
411?
I don't know where you,
11?
not correct at all. Not correct.
Okay. She doesn't even know what she's talking
So this
about.
kid's 5. That means he's like a kindergartner.
Yes.
And that means he probably has like those half days of school, like he's done around noon or something. It's not
Correct.
4 in the oh wow.
Correct. Yes. And she's mad because they didn't just let him walk home. They're like, he never walks home. So we're not going to let him just start walking home.
You know who else is mad that they didn't let the child walk home? All the pedophiles in the neighborhood were pissed.
Yeah, what the fuck, lady?
She's drunk again. Maybe they'll let him walk home this time.
All right, so she's mad at the DHS person for tattling, but she's not the one who tattled. It was the principal. And so I just have one more clip that kind of completes this one for us.
So cold.
Yes.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
This is what's happening.
Yes.
Because the school called.
And you have made
And
some.
Miss Cooper, Miss Archer, Miss Haley.
Yes, because you didn't make very good decisions today. Let's be honest. That's why this is happening. Okay.
They're just. They're the principal. This is what you guys are doing.
You can't blame this on them.
Principal.
You can't blame this on them. They didn't put you in this condition and tell you to do what you did.
I I died.
Okay.
The mother was taken to the local jail, and the children were placed with a trustworthy neighbor who happened to be a teacher at the school. The mother had ample time to reflect on her poor choices while in jail. She was charged with neglect and sentenced to 2 years of probation. No drinks for her anytime soon.
Oh, no. That's going to be a problem for her.
I love that she's like, this school principal's a real busybody. This principal's calling you now? What the fuck? Mind your own business.
Agreed. Hold on a second. Good point, EM. Am I to get this right? The secret to time travel is a 1.5 liter bottle of vodka?
Yeah, you ever black out, or as I call it, time travel?
Yeah. Wild. Carl, are you ready for some voicemails?
I am, buddy.
All right, let's start them up.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse. We are proud to announce the university's new Joe Biden School of Debate. Good news is, come this fall, there's a good chance he may be teaching it. See you in Syracuse.
He did go to school in Syracuse, so
wow.
There you go.
Lucky us, America. Syracuse grad at the wheel. Carl, where did my voicemails go? Here we go. Let's start here at the top. Huh. There we go.
Hey guys, Animal Kelly. Suggestion for Hall of Famer, Jimmy Norton. Just because you're a creep doesn't mean you can't be funny. Just a thought.
Oh, Jimmy's not a creep. Well, Jimmy might be a creep. I don't know.
He's a bit of a creep. But
he's a lovable one.
Yeah,
So
we
he's not
like-
the
we
kind
like
that we
him.
put in the Hall of Fame.
Vinny, Carl, you guys know religion's a lot like a penis, right? It's okay to have one. It's okay not to have one. The only problem is when it gets crammed down a child's throat. Thank you, fuck you, bye.
All right. I never heard that one before.
That is going to
That's fun.
stick with me for a while.
That's a fun
sir.
one.
Bravo. Here we go.
So I was driving down the street today. I seen a Chevrolet SS. I said, wowee, what a beauty. I pull up next to it because I'm going to give him a thumbs up. And what do I see? Other than a fucking creep off sticker on that bitch. Lordy. All right, fuck you.
Nice. That's always a good sign.
Very nice. Whoever's driving that Chevrolet SS, well done.
Hey, Vinny, I got one for you, buddy.
Oh, no.
Hey, Vinny, you don't have to be all shy. I'll keep our secrets. Even though last time you took on my cock, you know, it can be our little secret. You know, Vinny, there's not many things you can do other than eat and suck. So I guess you got to get good at one of them. Anyway, I can't wait to show you my enlarged penis at the next show in Royal Oak. All right, sexy papa.
All right. Hawk Tua Paulino, we call him.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I don't remember if we played this one or not. Let me play a little bit of it. Tell me if you remember us hearing this.
Hey, Carl, this is for the creep off. I've been meaning to dial this in, but if you need some inspiration for some Vinny songs, go back and listen to the E-Rock song contest.
Oh, that's right. We did listen to that. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Vinny, you won, and you won forever because you brought in a biker. There is nothing worse than a fucking biker. That person could have fucked, eaten, and killed a gaggle of babies in any order, and the creepiest part about them would still be the fact that they're in a fucking motorcycle club. I can't stand those cocksuckers, to the point where the only good thing that ever came out of a biker is the fact that the hands-down greatest episode of South Park is a result of it. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
I have to agree with that. It's still one of the greatest episodes of South Park.
Have we ever done Creepiest Biker?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
All right, coming up in 2 weeks.
Ask Alex.
Coming up in 2 weeks, Creepiest Biker. Here's a good one. This is a great suggestion for a bonus episode.
Take two. Carl, Vinny, I've got a fun idea for a scum stream. Go down an animal checklist. Pigs, dogs, cats, like animals that people have fucked. You know, not everybody is worth bringing in to vote on, but there's got to be a whole slew of animals that have been fucked. Monkeys. Somebody's probably looked at their parrot or macaw and be like, I'm going to put my dick in that, and gotten arrested for it. Like, bring them all. Just something that would make Toggle and Mouse proud. Speaking of which, Carl, fuck you for bringing Zooier Than Thou on the fucking WATP. I hate you for that. Also, still love you. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Fuck you!
This guy's all over the road on what he wants.
He really is.
That's gross.
Can I say this, though?
A lot of animal fucking he's talking about.
When I first listened to that voicemail, I had to think back, what is the weirdest animal we've ever done a story about getting?
I thought you were going to say it was the weirdest animal you've ever fucked.
Oh, your mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Those are fighting words right there.
No, the weirdest animal that we've ever done a story about getting fucked on the show. Do you remember one?
I don't.
Okay. Do you remember the group of dudes that held down a monitor lizard and raped it?
Oh, God. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah, that happened.
That's crazy.
That was bad. That was really bad. So, yeah, maybe. We'll see how that goes.
Vinny Winnie, Fatty Joe from Iowa here. So I've been listening to nothing but the Creep Off and WATP old episodes and new for, like 3 months straight now. And there's two things I've realized. One, my dreams alone could probably have me convicted. And two, if Stuttering John was smart, he wouldn't be wasting his time trying to dox people and figure out Potato's actual names and all that. He would just, entertain himself by going and listening to old creep-offs, cutting all the fucked up shit that Karl says, and then, tuning that into some fake voice messages. I don't know. It'd be funny at least. All right. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
No shit. There's so many things he could do that he doesn't do. He's so busy calling the FBI. Yeah, well, right. There's a lot of things he could be doing.
Yeah.
But yes, the things that I've said on this show are endlessly embarrassing. If you cut them up the right way.
All right, I got another one here.
All right.
Hello there, Vinny. I'm calling to say that I was going to vote for Karl.
Is that Barack
However,
Obama?
he said something which I find irksome. And that is that he used the word infer when he clearly meant imply. Vinny Winnie, let's get Karl to...
Who fucking cares?
This person makes a good point.
Vinny.
Why?
I hope you understand. As soon as Lady K brought up the cat going in the blender, that you were done. So, this is Kitty. I'm just leaving a call as a trans woman to just let everybody know that we're not all insane and creepy and cat grinders. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Some of you are serial panty thieves and
that's true. There's a lot of
masturbators.
things. A lot of range. But thanks for the call, Kitty.
Yeah. Thanks, Kitty. No, Kitty's great. Kitty sent us that cop cam video that we watched on the bonus episode.
Oh, right. Yes, that was a great one.
The guy who was putting the cameras in the bathrooms. That was a wild one because we got to see behind the scenes the investigation into a guy who was planting cameras all over Lansing, Michigan.
Yes.
It's pretty wild.
And then there was one tattletale watching these cameras. You decided to snitch.
Yeah. Podcast Prophet here.
The podcast prophet here. How you guys doing? The Holy Spirit is speaking through me at the moment. I miss Jess.
Who?
I like Danny and all, but her results this week, it was like getting the most unenthusiastic hand job from a girlfriend who didn't give a shit.
Don't you be smart.
Thank you, Bucky.
Don't you besmirch Danny.
No, I think Danny needs to hear that type of feedback sometimes. I think that's probably some pretty good feedback. That her performance is like an unenthusiastic hand job.
Got a hawk Tua.
Yeah, let's hawk Tua.
Let me show you how it's done, Dan. I'm sorry.
Wow. The truth comes out.
Waka waka.
How is
Karl,
Jess doing? I haven't communicated with her in a long time.
She's good. She's doing a great job.
How much money is she stolen from the bank?
With those little arms?
Yeah.
Not much.
All right.
Karl, I think
she's like 6'4" and with small arms.
No, she's just got weak arms.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Karl, you ready for a Scum Parade?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be more ready.
Let's do it.
Driving children, pedos, diddling, bag murderers, rapists, sociopaths, abusive ass hats. Yeah, the Scum Parade, on the creepo. Yeah, the Scum Parade.
What did you do?
Carla and Vinny are back.
big finish.
I love that one.
I do too. People in the chat who dislike it, I'm sorry. Every now and again, it's coming back. We enjoy
that one's
it.
great.
So, Carl, I got some interesting news. There's a court case that was settled up, I believe, in British Columbia
Okay.
and Surrey. A man who claimed his genitals accidentally slipped out of his shorts in a Surrey mall 2 years ago has been found guilty of indecent exposure.
See, this is the thing, Vinny, for us guys who have huge hogs. Like everyone thinks that it's all fun and games and it's a great time. But sometimes your dick falls out. Like I'll wear board shorts and my dick is just hanging out. And I'm like, oh, God damn it.
These motherfuckers, you know what it's like trying to get an elephant trunk into a pair of
That's
shorts?
what I mean. It's ridiculous. I mean, a lot of times it just flaps out. You don't even realize it.
Dude, one time mine just unrolled.
Uh-huh.
Dude, it unrolled. It went down the floor about a foot or two. It hit this woman's foot. It was really embarrassing.
You probably got arrested for that, I would imagine.
No, we all laughed. She helped me roll it back up.
Okay, cool.
It was fun. So in the explaining the decision handed down by against Thomas Charles Cooper, Judge Jennifer Lopez, with an S, not a Z at the end, describes the evidence of the accused as rehearsed, fanciful, and unreliable. I do not believe him, and his evidence does not raise a reasonable doubt.
All right, let's find out what his evidence is.
So, according to the judgment document, Cooper was charged with committing the indecent act in a public place after two women reported that a man had exposed himself to them at the Guildford Shopping Center. So evidence considered over the course of 2 days' hearing identified Cooper as sitting down on a couch, looking at his crotch as he approaches a bench, pulling up the leg of his shorts before sitting down, looking at his crotch area 4 more times while seated, and making eye contact with women.
Okay.
Witnesses testified observing a man seated on the mall's couches with his penis outside of his shorts. The man, quote, looked right at her, one witness told the court. She and another witness called security after seeing the man a second time about 30 minutes later. On cross-examination, the witness did not agree that the crotch of the shorts could have just shifted.
Yeah, it happens. It's like I said, that happens all the time. And of course, you're going to be staring creepily at some chick when all of a sudden your junk pops out of your pants and now it looks like you're a pervert.
The man is described as wearing, quote, short shorts and carrying a bag. He moved the bag, opened his legs, and his penis and testicles fell out.
Were they
second
impressive?
witness testified.
Were they impressive at least? Can we get Your Honor?
They had to call somebody.
At least
if
give
it
me
was
that.
impressive, they'd
Right.
just be like, whatever. The identity of both witnesses was protected, but Cooper told the court he's 53, married, and he's the owner-operator of a bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Gutter Balls.
I get it.
Yeah. According to the judgment, he testified that on the day in question, he was at work in the morning and then planned to start an exercise regime. So he decided to go to the mall first to buy a DVD.
Whoa.
Exactly.
It's 2022, and he went to the mall to buy a DVD. Okay, this guy's a liar.
Yeah.
It's official.
You don't say.
I was on his side until he said that.
Arriving wearing cargo shorts with underwear before entering, he changed in his vehicle into new shorts he bought to, quote, exercise in.
Okay, yeah.
He described the new shorts as having a mesh liner like boxer shorts, but told the court he took the boxers off after they bunched up.
Okay.
So I have a pair of running shorts that have like the mesh liner in them.
Yeah.
I only have the one. I hate it and I never wear them.
I'm picturing like a Richard Simmons kind of outfit on this guy.
Could be.
Like those real short shorts.
Could be. He said when he couldn't find the DVD he wanted because they didn't have any anywhere, he decided to buy a lottery tickets and walk around the mall for exercise. He testified he stayed for around 2 hours, did not have any specific recollection of stopping to sit, as he's seen and doing in the videos. He then testified that he did not know his genitals were exposed, that he did not intentionally expose himself, and that it's possible he made eye contact with the complainants. But,
sure.
Yeah.
Friendly guy.
On cross-examination, he testified that he had changed to go exercise in the park and that he had put on a mask before entering the mall because he was concerned about COVID.
Okay, he's buying a DVD and he's concerned about COVID. Sure.
Yep.
Sure. This all checks out.
Asked why he'd go to the mall to exercise if he's concerned about COVID, Cooper stated that there were not many people in the mall. A statement the judge notes is contradicted by what could be seen on the CCTV footage.
There's actually people at a mall. I'm surprised by that too.
Yeah, it's Canada. They're behind us.
Yeah,
by
I guess
10
so.
years. Asked about his actions in the mall video, Cooper agreed he was looking down, but disputed that he adjusted his shorts. Shown the footage, however, he agreed that he hiked up the shorts when he sat down. Asked if he was looking at his crotch area, he mumbled about, quote, looking at his phone. In her analysis of the evidence, his testimony was unreliable, and he has been charged with Yeah, he's been charged.
Does this writer get paid by the word? Why are there so many details in this? The guy showed his dick to chicks at the mall. We get it.
All right.
Can you real quick? I'm sorry.
I just love that it was a court case.
I know. Can you scroll up? It's not a super chat to JFK Head Chunk. I just thought this was pretty funny when I saw this come in. Right up there. Yeah. It says, Karl looks like a cruise director that over-explains the shore excursions. And I don't know why that made me laugh. But when I saw that, the idea of over-explaining the shore excursions, I do have that look. I'm going to be honest. I get it.
It
made sense to me.
If you were a cruise director,
you wouldn't want to go on my cruise and learn about the shore excursions from me.
No.
You don't want to go swimming with dolphins, Vinny?
Jump overboard.
Well, then, then you're invited.
Let's go to Japan, Karl.
All right.
A man has been arrested who allegedly repeatedly trapped and drowned cats and admitted killing some 60 animals over the past few months.
Yikes.
The police on June 24th sent papers to a 66-year-old suspect. They went to his house. He is specifically accused of drowning 6 cats in cages. So what he was doing was he didn't like animals, kind of like your creep today.
Mm-hmm.
And so he put out, bait and traps. They would go in them. The cage door would close behind them, and then he would throw them in the lake, wait for them to drown, pull them back up, and then just throw the corpse back in the lake. So people at this harbor area are just going, wow, there sure are a lot of floating animals this morning.
Yeah, cats don't usually go for a swim in the morning. This is odd. There's so many in the river.
They found like 60 some odd animals just floating around.
Yeah.
And long story short, CCTV footage, they caught this guy on camera doing his thing. So he has been arrested. And apparently this is illegal in Japan.
You think? You think putting cats in cages and then drowning them is illegal? Yes. The good news is here, Vinny, it is in Japan. So this guy's obviously brought disgrace to his family and shame. So this will take care of itself, this problem.
Hurry. Ladies and gentlemen, our next creep, it's a couple. They're very young, 19 and 20 years old. They are facing homicide charges following the death of their infant child back in March. Now, the baby's mother, 20-year-old Emily Dickinson,
I get it,
took the road less traveled, allegedly threw the newborn out a second-story window, Karl.
Oh, you're right. It is that time.
Dude, and we're going to watch the news story.
All right. It's a baby throwing news story going.
Yeah, here we go. If I could find it again. Oh, boy. There it is. I just got all your fucking videos here in front of it all. Here we go. Sorry, kids.
Well, this right here I want to show you is a memorial for that newborn baby boy that died back here in March. And I want to show you just up this way is where the court documents indicate that the parents dropped that newborn out before he died.
Oh, dropped, didn't throw. All right, never mind. You're no longer getting drafted by the Bills.
That's a good point. It's
It's a fumble is what that is.
Maybe we'll get drafted by the Bills.
Hey!
This is what you would call a baby drop.
Yes.
The parents lived in this shitty place. Listen to some of the details on this.
Okay.
Back on March 11th, Pennsylvania State Police received a call around 8:45 in the morning about a dead infant in the road right here in McConnellsburg Borough. Over 3 months later, on June 25th, 19-year-old Joshua Wooters and 20-year-old Emily Dickinson are facing a number of charges in connection with the death of their newborn infant, including first-degree murder charges.
So she had the baby and they just got rid of it, and then they lied about it for a while. Not shocking, but let's find out what exactly happened here.
According to the documents, Dickinson felt ashamed and disappointed after giving birth and told police because she wasn't thinking clearly and was extremely tired, she threw the baby out the second-floor window. Court documents say together, Wooters and Dickinson put the mattress cover and some other items in a trash bag and also threw that out the window.
Okay. Well, you'll never get caught that way.
Well, at least they had a good reason for all of this. She was tired.
I have to say, not even birds can fly on day one. You got to give this kid a chance. Immediately after it's being born, it'd be funny if the umbilical cord was still attached. Just, whoa, shit.
I think they were young and they just got confused. I think they were going, if you let a baby go and it comes back to you, it'll love you forever. I think they're just confused.
I know a lot of Democrats who wouldn't have a problem with this, by the way. It's close enough. But they said that the baby was born deformed, so they chucked it out the window.
Yeah, it's not great.
Solid reasoning, I would think.
Yeah, wow.
These are meth heads, right?
They look like it.
I have a feeling these are meth heads. When you hear the story, you go, well, who would do something like this? Oh, right. Meth heads would do something like this. Yes.
All right.
That would make sense.
Are you ready for our last story? Some of their adopted children were found locked in a shed in their West Virginia home, are set for trial later this year on charges that a judge said involved their use as slaves.
So maybe they just haven't heard about the Civil War yet.
Okay, if that's true.
Maybe they're just not up to caught up.
Hold on. I've been thinking about this, and I know it's a long shot. If what you just said is true, there's a chance I could get my birthday back.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like Juneteenth, that was only 2 years after. This is going 160 years later.
Right. It's that now it's May 11th, whatever the fuck it is.
Yes.
May 11th.
Right.
Dude.
And this is the only occurrence of that? This is the only time this is happening?
So
I doubt it.
Donald Ray Lance and Janine K. White gross child neglect and falsifying an application seeking a public defender. All but one of the counts are felonies.
That's gross.
Lance and Whitefeather are white. 4 children whose initials are in the indictment are black. The indictment said that Lance and Whitefeather forced, threatened, and interfered with the free exercise and enjoyment of any right and privilege of the 4 children. They were locked up in the fucking barn. They could not get themselves out of it. They were locked in there without shoes, without anything.
Well, because if you let slaves escape, that they will escape, Benny. They don't want to be there. What else are they supposed to do?
Okay, they began investigating the couple after they got a call last October in Sissonsville, near Charleston, West Virginia, from someone expressing concern about the children's welfare. Sheriff's deputies forced their way into a shed next to the home where a teenage boy and girl were locked inside. The children had been deprived of adequate food and hygienic care.
Yeah, no, you already said West Virginia.
And the room had no running water or bathroom facilities.
Right.
West Virginia.
Right, we get it.
According to the criminal complaint. Inside the main residence, a 9-year-old girl was found alone crying in a loft about 15 feet high with no protection from falling. No adults were present at the home. A 4th child was with Lance when he eventually returned. Deputies were later led to the couple's 6-year-old adopted black daughter, who had been with acquaintances from the couple's church. The couple was arrested and the children were placed under the care of Child Protective Services.
I do have to say these guys are doing it wrong. A happy slave is a more productive slave. You got to let them sing songs. You got to give them food and stuff. This thing where they're crying and they're having a bad day, they're not going to do a good job with the crops. They're not going to clean the house right.
Agreed. Keep everybody happy.
Keep them happy, guys.
Yeah, maybe an allowance.
Wow. Whoa.
Well,
We're already feeding these people, giving them a place to sleep. You want money on top of that?
For all the work that
No.
they were doing.
No.
Just okay. Well, Carl, whatever you say. I said pay the slaves.
All right. I mean, that's one way to go, I guess.
I mean, give them their freedom. I meant give them their freedom. So this whole story is fucked up.
It's crazy.
The
nuts.
lawyers are saying that there's the arguments are full of square pegs and very round holes, and that the house was unfurnished and the facility was unfurnished because they were planning on moving to a bigger home where they could all live together.
Nice.
We all move into the big house.
I mean, listen, if you're a slave owning couple, you must be pretty wealthy. Must be pretty well to do.
Back in February, a judge ruled that Child Protective Services failed to adequately investigate what happened with these children.
You think?
Which were left to suffer at the hand of their adopted parents for months. Wow. Those kids that they found were in that shed for 12 hours with no food, drink, or contact with any other people.
Sounds like a creep off consequence.
12 hours in the shed?
Yes. They spin the wheel or something? What's going on?
Hey, I thought of a funny consequence.
What's that?
What if we made our mothers sit on the couch for an episode and watch this?
Oh, gosh. That is horrifying for our moms. They didn't do anything wrong.
I know.
It's so mean.
We'd be so ashamed.
It's so mean.
All right. Carl, that's my
Tiberius says this case is starting to sound like the Ricadas.
Hi, Tiberius. Long time no see.
They're not getting cocaine, so it's not that great.
All right, let's set up a couple of these super
Matthew
chats.
Rowley coming in with $2. And
that's not true.
A vote for Vinny is a vote for Joe Biden. Vote Carl. Correct, Matthew Rowley.
All right, go ahead and sing it, Carl.
Michael C coming in with the Polynozempic. Oh, la 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 la.
It's not funny when you do it.
I know it's not as funny. I'm not a potato.
Oh God. So thank you everybody for joining us on the Creep Off today. Don't forget, if you want to become a member of the Creep Off channel, you get a bonus episode every week, or you can just visit us on Patreon or Supercast. If you go to Patreon, though, you will get merch if you support the show, and we truly do appreciate that.
And just say hi to Meg. Thanks for hanging with us today.
Thanks, Meg.
Thank you for reading the results.
Meg's actually going to be doing a segment with us. She's been doing some research on our past creeps, and we're not going to get to that today, but we're going to do that very soon. We're going to have you back, and
oh boy, she's got a book.
She's going to let us know what's up with some of these people, what they've been up to, and I can't wait. Hey, Meg.
My history, my search history is absolutely fucked. Yeah. Oh, no, not the internet.
You have to live a very clean life if you do this job, because as soon as they
All right. Well, bye, Megan.
Our internet is fucked, by the way. And I just want to point out, Vinny called me right before the show and said, the internet here sucks. And I said, let's try it anyway. So that's my fault. We should have done this at my house.
We made it to the end of the show. Again.
I denounce it. It's the Creep Off.